The goal is to enable its paranoid mind state according with the definition to concrete with the medication supply, while the paranoid issue was addressed to environmental concerns with due to contrast. Its medication were issued in counseling redefined as the declination of the concept to what the illness is from health ministry accounts served by governmental health care by relying medicated purposes as a fraud to control its index, which involve negative health insurance among the patient's right to speak up due to philosophy concerns, using again the stress, conforming trauma in the mind for the degree to protect the rights of the culture within medicated philosophy, with due disrespect, relying on our duty to be well, not by being drugged by the prescription requirement as Serres clarified. Its parody as schizophrenic was schizophrenic relates over time and judged through our characteristics with our characteristics cannot be sampled by medication. It is a personality that was offered and addressed as split, while split was cured over time. It was tolerated by the order, meaning the brain processing by side effects dominating the subject, while the degree of the brain reaches emotions that affect the surroundings. The surroundings was blinded by the degree of the concept within how medication and science should be, but we need to get well spiritually because it's been overruled by medicated theories as references will react, but we need patients' rights for our mental well-being to overrule humility that took place addressed as paranoia, causing the reality a state of depression. Referring to this depression comes caused by counseling methods clarifying every point as an illness. Then how can we cure? If getting well is not our duty, but getting well is a doctor's duty, using the opportunity, targeting the memory as a subconscious, turning reality as our goal to the observation of unreal results as a disbelief performance, telling them what they want to hear and not what we are going through, pointing it as a stress concern. The fraud was addressed and arrest, insisting on emotional bullying. Emotional bullying relies on insults, gossips, negative freedom, and the impact that cannot relate to positivity that was ignored and increased to mental disorders. Repeating madness as retardation by the cause of the selective dread concerns Scientology as the truth, while it lies depending on the health consultations defending its license to invest on the illness claim. The investment was trying to win Scientology over. The order conspired by conditions reading its syndrome on every aspect as its medicated theory, taking advantage of the system to detain their policies right over the issue of imagination, paying the medicated bills under insurance, blaming the infringement for healthcare insurance as lies, or issuing emotions being won over by chemical compounds. By keeping the event of reality and imagination, blaming both on every address is to its mental subject is strength. The reputation was syndicalism, confining the side effects to realistic effects. Its essence was debated bipolar, while bipolar was harassed but unclear. Win or lose, harassed in values or sentimental concern with its results, followed by how I was mistreated in the household in this expressive retirement on this accusation. It was a fact by its doctrine, confers emotional bullying exists on chemical imbalance for the conflict with its ineffective extreme relief. The medication was used as the reason that cannot change my situation, involved against environmental friendly or not, it had been inhumane in existence before in family problems that was not addressed seriously. Family problems results in the balance within the imbalance of its probability by understanding paranoia without its evidential consideration committed to deny its cause as crazy. Crazy is a warning from Dr. Jerry that will give out emotions proceeded, a threat. It should be understood not drug abuse while being drunk or unstable within the surrounding of the reality. Resembling its capsule intake, we move ahead with no argument, but understanding over time while the responsibility should be taken for granted. That should not be taken for granted, as we are fighting for our lives with no condolence to plead due to the habitual mind state of our prescription based on this reservation, diluted by its equation clarified.